sitting today. We're going to get you guys stretched out a little bit. I'm going to get you to start where we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up, but it's going to be an interesting, different warm-up today. So we're just going to get you sit on your feet. What we're going to do is do some hip raises. So we're just going to stand up like this. So we're going to get our glutes activated here. Get those hip flexors stretched out just a little bit. Okay, fairly simple. Bring that those hips all the way down to our feet. And then we're bringing our hips all the way up into extension. Okay, we're going to do about 10. Okay, if maybe you're real tight and you can only come down to kind of a couple inches, 6, 8 inches above our feet, that's okay. We want to make sure we do full extension here with our hips. Okay, use those glutes in your butt to be able to bring those hips up. Okay, 2 more. Perfect. All right, we can see some more people coming on in here. I'm going to get you to lay down here to start. All right, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to pull that right knee up to our chest. We're going to pull it in. Okay, hold this for 10, 15 maybe. Okay, key here. With all of this stuff today, yes, we're stretching by pulling it in, but I also want you to provide some resistance against your leg. Okay, so we're pulling this leg in. I want you to think about pushing that knee back down to the ground. Okay, so pushing some resistance into that stretch. Okay, so push into those hands. All right, off. Okay, let's switch legs. Okay, hugging that left leg. It's getting pulled in nice and tight to that chest, that armpit if you can, but you're also pushing that leg back down into those hands like it wants to go and lay down beside that right leg. Okay, keep pushing. Keep going. All right, back off. Let's go to that right leg one more time. Okay, pull in nice and tight and push against it. Push. All right, back to the left leg last time. Push against again. All right, and down. All right, we're going to stretch our hamstring now. So now we're going to lift our right leg, keep it as straight as possible. You can bring your head up off the ground. Shoulder blades can be elevated as well. Try to keep the leg fairly straight as you feel like you can keep it. And we're going to pull that leg into that chest again. Okay? Resisting it. This one will be way easier to resist because your leg wants to fall down as it is anyways. Unless you're bringing that, unless you're super flexible and you can bring that leg already to your chest, it might be a little bit harder for the leg to just fall. So resist against that, their arms, right? Clasp behind our kneecap. All right, left leg. So one thing to think about here is we're trying to pull this leg as far as we can toward the chest while also putting resistance against our hands, right? If it's kind of just hanging out in the middle of space and we're just pushing against it, we're not going to get much of a stretch out of it. So pull as far as we can into the chest and then push as well at the same time with the leg. Okay, keep the leg fairly straight. All right, let's go back to the right leg. All right, pull it in and push. Keep pushing. I know you guys are stretching, but if you see my leg, it's shaking, right? Should be a little bit of work here to be able to keep pushing against that leg and keeping it pulled into our chest. Okay, left leg one last time. Pull it in and start pushing. Whew. All right, let's get onto all fours here. We're going to open up our hips here. Okay, so I want you to be nice and wide so the feet can stay fairly close together in the back. You can kind of see through my legs. Okay, nice and wide with our knees. Now we're going to drop down to our elbows. Okay, with those legs nice and wide. The further our hips fall back toward our feet, the more we're going to be able to stretch out that groin, right? So just find the happy medium where it's going to stretch. You can feel the stretch for sure, but it's not pulling too much. Keep holding. Perfect. Come on back up onto our hands. Scoot those knees in. Okay, just sit for 10 seconds and then we're going to go back into that one more time. Actually, while we're doing this, while we're taking our rest, I want you to try to flex our hands all the way back. You guys do lots of typing, so let's stretch out our hip or our flexors in our hands and fingers. All right, so lean back, straight elbows, stretch out those arms, forearms. All right, you guys probably need this more than anybody. This is all you're doing, typing. All right, let's let off there. Let's go back out with our knees nice and wide. Drop those hips back and go back down onto our elbows. Hang out here. All right, come on back up. Scooch those knees in. Let's turn those hands backwards again. Okay, straight elbows. Lean back. We can stretch those forearms out. Good, this should help you typing. All right, come on out of that. Next one. Last one that we'll maybe do today. I'm gonna roll my mat up just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna sit up nice and tall. Both legs are gonna be out in front of me. I'm gonna go with my right foot first. I'm gonna try to keep my right heel on the ground. I'm gonna pull it in toward my butt. and then push it back. All right. If this is fairly difficult for you, just keep going with this. If this might feel just a little bit easy for you, I want you to provide some resistance. Okay, so dig that heel into the ground as hard as you feel like you can, pushing both ways. Okay, we're gonna go 5 on the right. We're gonna switch to the left and then come back and do 5 again on each side. Again, if this is hard enough, just keeping it on the ground, perfect. Okay, once you get 5 on the right side, go to our left side. If you want to make it a little more difficult for yourself, push that heel into the ground. Okay, just to create a little bit more heat, a little bit more resistance. Okay, sitting up nice and tall again. All right, that's 5 on the left. We're going to go 5 again on each side. All right, 5 to the left. All right, bring that leg as close as you can to that body. All right, try to gain a little bit of flexibility here as well. And our hip flexors. All right, get them doing some work instead of just sitting in a flex position all the time. Good. All right. That is 14 minutes today. So we'll be back this afternoon. We're going to do a little more upper body, kind of shoulder work, some upper back as well. So hopefully you can join me this afternoon. We'll see you later.